Hello, this is Carolyn from Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I'm back to share with you my completed little 3-drawer box that I made um, from using the Yours Affectionately digital collection from the Craft Room. Uh, these digitals are produced exclusively for the Craft Room, uh, and I hope you will enjoy this video. Honestly, when I started out with these 3 boxes, I had no idea how I would decorate. But what I have done is just decorate each side, the back, and the top. So I just want to go through with what I did on each area and explain how I went about putting this together. I just got my hot glue gun out and gathered some ribbons and lace and sparkly items and roses and all sorts of things, and started putting it together. On the top here, I wanted to feature this beautiful brooch. Several years ago, I ran across on eBay these beautiful brooches, and I was able to get something like 24 of them for $10 or something. It was ridiculous. So I ordered them, and they were good quality, so I ordered them again. And one of the reasons I got them, I was starting to look at putting together a bouquet of vintage brooches and things for a bride. And I never did really do that project, but several of my friends, including my mother, made Victorian ornaments, and plus I sold some of them in my shop. Anyway, I have a whole crystal bowl over here full of these beautiful brooches, and I want to incorporate them into my projects. What I did on the top here was I just laid a layer of lace on top first and glued it down just to give a base to build upon. Then I decided on this. This is some ribbon that was sent to me in a swap that I did. It's lace with a gold edge on it. Just beautiful, and it was just the right size a piece to make a pretty bow to go on top here. And then the next thing I used was this. I have these rolls of tulle. Here, I'll show you. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and this is a tulle that has these roses on the top. They're also made out of some kind of tulle or silky fabric, and you can just cut them off and use them as you want. So I cut one of those off, and I pinned the brooch on it, and then I glued it down. And that way, the brooch actually can be unpinned off of here and worn if you want to wear the brooch. So I thought that was kind of a nice feature. Let's see. Before I did that, I tied a pink bow out of my crinkled ribbon, and I just kind of placed it so you could see it a little bit, but it's just another layer to build up on. Then I put the tulle rose with the pin on and glued it on. So it's kind of on there at an angle. So when you have this box sitting, you can see that kind of raised up on the top. And then I cut just a piece off of my silk rose little bush that I had and tucked that in there and glued it down. And as I was working on this, I had this blank space here, and I finally came back and put this framed saying that says, I love you most ardently. This handwriting is hard for me to read. I am assuming that it is very Victorian and old-fashioned fancy writing, but that's what it says. And then I embellish it with my little stick-on rhinestones in the corners, and I put on a group of roses with another little rhinestone. So that finished out my top. That was all done on a base of pink stripe. Okay, then I decided to work on the sides. And this side has, let's see, I went around the top edge with this heart lace that I get from Hobby Lobby. I took it all the way around on the 3 sides before I did anything else. Then I just pulled out some elements that I thought I would layer with. And so what I ended up with was underneath everything, I put some white cheesecloth, and it is from, I found these cheesecloth runners on Amazon that were very reasonable, and they're very long, lots of fabric. And I have it in the white, beige, green, and burgundy. And if you haven't found that on Amazon yet, you need to look at that if you like to use cheesecloth, because it is perfect. It's already wrinkled, it's good quality, and there's a lot of it. I put that underneath just to have a base to glue things on. And then I selected one of the little cards. One of the little cards, it kind of goes down here and has room for writing across the bottom. Some little shoes. Another saying in a frame. A teacup, a stack of books. What else? Oh, a letter wrapped in ribbon with roses. So I wanted to create a collage on all 3 sides, the top and all 3 sides. So I tucked her in first, and then I had, these were buttons from Hobby Lobby that were on sale. And so I put that right in the middle of one of those tulle roses and glued that on. Put my little shoes down here. And let's see what this says. My heart is and always will be yours. This I layered it up on some foam pads to give it some dimension. And on top of that, I put the letter tied in ribbon, the stack of books with ribbon, the teacup. This is all just glued on with hot glue. When I go shopping, I look in the paper products for paper roses in little packages, and this is from one of those packages, the pink rose. And then this is my seam binding, hand-dyed seam binding. And when I tie the bow, I glue it on, and then I just kind of glue these little ends right here and here in place. So that's that side with a collage. On the back side, okay, on the back side, it's neat to look at it from the back because you can see this pretty bow and stuff from the top. I layered on some lace first, and then I did the same thing. I just gathered some things together that I liked. This is another one of the little ladies on the card, and another Victorian envelope with some roses on it, and a group of roses here. Just layered those on, tied my pretty little pink bow, and these are some more of the little flowers that I was able to get in a package. These had leaves on them plus some extra leaves, so I just glued those all in there. Okay, this side, I chose some other things. I had my lady on the card, a heart-shaped bunch of roses, the shoes, high-top shoes, the teacup, and a bow. And I already had this lace at the top, so I put some tulle, white tulle, in under here, just glued it down on the side to layer these things on. So first I tucked her in, and then the heart roses on top. This is another one of the tulle white roses with another one of my paper roses in the center. I decided to pull out this green color. The bow I just glued down in the center so I could kind of turn up the edges to give it dimension with a little sparkle in the middle. Teacup and some high top shoes. And then this sparkly love was a peel and stick that I had from a card kit that I had in the past. I save any extra pieces, and those, you know, if you're a member of any kind of card clubs or anything where they send you the cards and all the decorative things to go on there, you'll always have extra pieces left over. So I always keep all my extra pieces, and I happen to have the word love, which I thought was perfect for this spot. These are the feet that I put on there, and I glued them on with 3-in-1 glue. It holds them perfectly. Hot glue will not hold them because they're metal and they won't stay on. So I used 3-in-1 glue. And so I have these 4 little pretty feet, and I put a link to those in the previous video that I did that showed you when I put the boxes together. So you might want to go back and look at that video. And the drawers just have the little pulls on there that I put a link to on the last video. And the drawers themselves came from Amazon, and I also had a link to those. And I mentioned to you that I was going to put a little bit of beeswax on the edges, and I did get a hold of some beeswax, and you can find it sometimes in sewing notions, because you can run your thread through there and it makes the thread go through the fabric easier. I just rubbed it on the edges here and a little on the bottom, and that has made the drawers slide in and out easier. Now, as to what's going to go in these drawers, I've decided to make that another video, because what I want to do is fill the drawers with decorated tags from the kit. There are some envelopes in there that I want to decorate and then have an insert in them, and all kinds of little lacy frilly things that I want to put in these drawers, in addition to this beautiful pin that my mother gave me. It has an angel on it, and it's just a beautiful sparkly pin. So I'm going to add that in the top here. So I hope to have some things in here that can be written on, and then either the tags can be tied on a gift or tucked in a card to use as a bookmark with little messages written on them. The same thing with these. There's a lot of these little letters in the ephemera from this kit, where they're an envelope that is tied, and they're just a journal card, and the back side can be written on. I'm going to have several of these. I may make them into hidden paper clips. I'm not sure what all I'm going to do, but I am going to do one more video when I come back to just go through the things that I decided to tuck inside my box. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and my construction is over for the most part. Everything turned out beautifully in my bedroom and my new master bath. I did a whitewash on my brick fireplace that turned out beautifully. I installed gas logs. It's just a most peaceful, wonderful place to be. But I can tell you that the last 3 months of getting all this done throughout my house was anything but relaxing. I did my best to sit back and relax and enjoy and just take things as they come. But I think the day, actually it was probably the day I filmed this, when they started putting in that wood laminate flooring and moved all of the furniture all over my house, and they were making all that noise and racket and also working in the bedroom and bathroom. Somehow I think that kind of got the best of me, and I ended up sick for the last 3 weeks. Well, it started New Year's Day, the day after New Year's Day, um, and I got diverticulitis, which is very painful, digestive problem, and it's an infection that has to be treated with antibiotics. And then I had also shingles, and the shingles spread from my left side on my abdomen around to my back. And there were some nights that I didn't think I was going to make it. I thought for sure I was dying or going to end up in the emergency room. I had medicine for everything, but it just was overwhelming. The shooting electrical shock type pains all through my midsection there. Um, my daughter came and stayed with me for a week, and I could not have functioned if she hadn't been here. She handled the contractors just fine, took care of me, and I even boarded my dog Biscuit. I couldn't even, there was no way I could walk him outside and do the things that I needed to do to take care of him. So I am grateful today. This was my first day to go back to church and sit in my choir and be around people again. I've missed it so much, and I'm having to go back easy because of the extreme fatigue that this has all caused. And just laying around here for 3 weeks plus has decreased my energy level, so I have to build back up slowly. Enough of that. I just wanted to tell you where I've been for 3 weeks, and I think I'm back if nothing else comes along to make me crazy. I think it's like when you go to a buffet and you get way more food than you need. I think I just did one too many things, and it just blew my mind. So I'm going to try and take it easy, work on my crafts. I can't wait to show you all the beautiful ideas that I have and the things that I'm working on. And I'm going to try to do it in a relaxed manner and not put pressure on myself, because this has been a really tough time. But through it all, I was grateful for so many things. The workers who came here every day worked diligently all day long, never took a break. I've never seen anything quite like it. All professionals, and I made new friends with them. So it has been mostly a positive experience, except that I got sick in the middle of it. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you'll remember that every day's a gift. No matter even if you have shingles and diverticulitis all at the same time. The day itself is a gift, and you live through it, and you grow from it, and learn your lessons, and learn to rest, and let people help you. And that is certainly a blessing when there's people that come along to help. So I'll be back before you know it. I'm going to work on the little things to go in this drawer, which would be kind of fun not to do anything big while I'm trying to get back on my feet. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll be back before you know it. See you soon.